Hello and welcome everyone to another Dice Saga Hobby Hangouts. And Matt has actually just joined us.
Hello.
Right. How's it going?
Not too bad.
So, yes, welcome all. And, well, as you can see, I shall be doing a little bit, basically, Matt, right, what I'm doing is this. So, I've already sprayed it silver or lead belcher, so I'm just going to go over it again.
Wait,
lead
what is
belcher.
that?
This is goes on top of the turtle.
Oh, the canopy thingy, or
Yes.
whatever they call it.
The thingamajig. There you go.
The thing that they stand on.
That's what it looks like. Right on top of the turtle.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I'll be
Harpoons
doing
and
that, and obviously it's not the most exciting stuff, so I'm gonna give the good old
It's very exciting.
go again.
Oh dear, are you gonna be playing Warhammer Total War?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give it a go again. Let's see how it goes. Christopher, hello, welcome.
So, no hobby progress.
To be honest, I had my second jab. When was it now? 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah, and it felt.
How's your arm feeling?
To be honest, it's much better now. It's just I felt rough again for 2 days straight, and I was like sweating, temperature, everything. It was just doing great.
Yeah,
Cool.
It's not very enjoyable, is it?
Nah.
But it's short-lived, I think, the second time around, or it was for me at least.
Yeah, it was the first time I had it, and it lasted both times. It lasted 2 days. You know?
Oh, really? First time, I think it lasted a little bit longer. I had a sore arm for like a good 2-3 days, I think.
No,
After that, it was fine.
So Matt, what are you working on?
Still my Vindicators. I think I'll finish them tonight. I'm just doing detailing work now. Getting the last highlight. I need to work on the banners. That's the main thing.
Fair.
And then I'm going to hopefully get started on the main hero that I have. The guy that I got the little bit of green stuff, made a feather fan.
Oh, yes, I remember that chap.
Yeah. Get something started on him, hopefully.
Yeah, that sounds good. So Christopher, I believe, is new. So but anyone in chat as well, just let us know what you're working on tonight. Whilst you're obviously chilling with us. And let's get this hobby hangout started. And the wife has joined, saying, "Hello, the most awesome turtle I've ever seen." It is indeed. Just wait until it's painted. Awesome. She loves that turtle. And there's a little thing here, because again, I'm trialing something out as well. But Matt, you've already seen it. But this is for the Hobby Hangout little intro that I'm looking to introduce. I'm just going to play it now. Why not?
Yeah.
There you go. Quick little intro. Just Hobby Hangout, Dice Sagas, boom.
Beautiful. Oscar nominated.
What was that?
Oscar nominated.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. So in terms of like hobby-wise, though, I've been obviously like, feeling like crap for a few days, so I've kind of done nothing there apart from prime the turtle. And then before that on the weekend, to be honest, I was just rammed. So it's kind of oh, is it glitching a bit? Is the stream alright?
It looks alright for me, but I'm on StreamYard, so I can't tell.
Alright, let me just check something. Just because it seems to be, I don't know if there's a glitch. It just seems to be quite laggy.
Oh.
I don't know whether. It shouldn't be because I'm streaming, because I've done it before. Let me just check.
Yeah, I don't think you had any issues last time.
No, it looks alright. We'll crack on. Guys in chat as well, if it does appear to be lagging quite a bit, just let me know, because when I had this issue before, it was with the actual platform itself, StreamYard. So, yeah, just let us know if it's, lags a bit, because I'm going to pass some feedback their way. So Christopher's working on Gloomspike Git while being mauled by my 3-month-old kitten. Oh, that's cute.
I feel your pain.
Yeah, I had two cats growing up.
Two grots?
Two grots growing up. Buff cats. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a bit of Total War and just basically just prime. I'll just go over. Yeah, to prime this a bit more, to go over some base colors and all that kind of stuff. Because to be honest, the vast majority of this miniature is just going to be lead belcher underneath, and then plastered over with what the hell do you call it? Oh, I've put on the paints hidden away. Athematic blue. That's the one I was going for. Number figured out. I'm only born in drought and brevity. And if I'm not the soul of your design, yeah, I think it's for some reason it's
Is it lagging a bit?
Yeah, it's lagging a bit.
Does that mean that you're actually going to have to hobby rather than play Total War?
Well, the thing, I don't get it though, because it works perfectly fine last time. We'll see how it goes. If it continues to be laggy, guys in chat as well, just let us know if it's laggy, because that obviously helps out massively. If it is, I'll just postpone this whilst the seems to be just not playing ball at the moment, which is grim.
Do you have any new applications running in the background?
No. Can you hear the music all right?
Yeah, I can hear it fine.
Cool. I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't box me in. Don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer. So Matt, I was going to say, in terms of like battles and all that stuff, when's our next one going to be, do you reckon?
I don't know. Like, when do you have
I know
time?
you've been quite busy with work and everything recently. So.
Yeah, I've got an exam coming up, actually, so...
Oh, tasty.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Lots of fun. Love exams. Best part of life.
Yeah, you seem to be doing quite a few recently. So.
No, it's just basically one every year at least. Sometimes, depending on if I pass or not, I might do it again. That kind of thing.
Right. I'm just going to have to... Yeah, okay. I'm just going to quit this and see if it helps, because it does seem to be quite laggy, and I'm not liking that one bit.
Do you mean to say your game is lagging, or is it the stream?
No, the stream itself, yeah, it's strange.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. Because it works perfectly fine last time. So anyway, regardless, it is what it is. So I'll have to check that out. So last time it was perfectly fine, so... Anywho... what I shall do is get some content ready. So, Matt, yeah, I've been working on quite a bit of stories as well. So I've got a bit of narrative stuff done. I've got a few recordings done as well.
Nice.
Yeah, I think the next... So we've done a lot of Bloodcorn recently, which is obviously your stuff. So then we're working on some of the... I've got a few Nighthaunt characters that I'm going to be doing, and the KO guys as well.
Oh, good.
And then we've got, obviously quite a few of the community stuff, which I'm looking at adding in to be pretty cool. It's always fun when things work out. I should say when things don't work out. I'm actually quite looking forward to just having a bit of gaming time as well.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, depending, like, I might have some free time this Sunday, maybe, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Depends on how much I can get done on Saturday.
Yeah.
Otherwise, maybe next weekend.
Yeah, sure. Sounds good to me.
I think I'm mostly confined to the weekends nowadays.
To be honest, yeah. I mean, especially, it's quite difficult, isn't it, during the evening, with obviously full-time jobs and everything.
Full-time jobs plus kids.
Yeah.
You know. Was it Chris on the stream dealing with a 3-month-old? Yeah. I'd like to tell you that it gets easier, but it doesn't. Wait a few years, you might get a bit more time back, but in the early stages, not so much.
Here we go.
I mean, in fact, I think this is during these streams is probably the only hobby time I do nowadays.
Oh yeah, true. I was going to say, in terms of hobby time, well, I'd say recently for myself, it has been just during these streams where I've done quite a bit of the hobby because, again, Matt, this is why I really, I've got a week coming up, should I say, a week off, which I'm so looking forward to. Because I'm going to try. I've not had a week off in a while, so I'm going to try and get quite a lot of stuff done. I mean, I've had the odd day off here and there, but it's it's not much.
When you say stuff done, do you mean like life stuff, or do you mean
no
hobby stuff?
Hobby stuff.
Nice.
I.e. life stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to look to post my ogres ready for so they can sell them off. And I'm also looking to. I'll probably put like another one on as well, looking to sell off, and then I'm going to obviously try and do quite a bit of like more videos, and on top of that as well, I've got the the battle reports that you've just narrated, or narrating even.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get that done over the weekend.
Yeah. So I mean, once those are done, then that's obviously you can work on those, and we can wrap up chapter 2, which would be sweet. So we started off with these different chapters in a way to. It's a good way to kind of like segment the stories or progression and stuff, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. By the way, for the next one, you said you were going to possibly do Skaven. Is that right?
Yeah. I was leaning towards doing some Skaven just to.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, I was thinking of just doing. Just to give them a good go, because I do. It's not like I dislike the Skaven, and it's just
I played them once, really.
Well, no, I mean, in terms of lore-wise, more like. But I've played with them once against you. I've played with them before, but that's obviously like the first version of AOS when it came out. I've played with them in Fantasy again, so I've different iterations and never. So I've never obviously played with them in this like version of AOS. So I'll give them a go, see if I like them, and just go from there.
Yeah. Did you want to do Path to Glory?
See, I was tempted to do Path to Glory just because I think I just need to read the damn rules, because it's like I know you build like your little forts, you gain experience, all that kind of good stuff, and which I mean I'm all up for the Path to Glory and getting that kind of started because it's definitely narrative.
Yeah, very much so. It's kind of fun too in the way that you build up your army over time. You kind of grow attached to certain units that are, more stronger, or they've done something epic, so they get more experience, and they might have a cool ability. And then when they take casualties or when they get wiped out, it kind of hurts because then you can't use them, or you can't use them as effectively, or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. But that's part of the fun, though, as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Actually, really do not mind if my units or certain characters or whatever. I mean, if they got a massive handicap, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, awesome. But at the same time,
it's all temporary, anyways.
Right. Okay. So I don't even know that yet. So the only bits I've actually read in the Path to Glory is bits that when I was actually in the store not too long ago, and I was literally just going through and understanding what's going on in terms of just like initial inception, if you like. Just have a quick glance at the book, have a quick chat about what it's all about, and then I've actually set up my fort in store as well. I haven't done anything to it, even we've had games, results, whatever, but I've not really added anything to the fort itself, so I'm not sure. I need to speak to Josh, I think.
It's all right. Well, I mean, if you have a chance, just read through the core rulebook. It's exactly. gives you a good idea. It's a bit complicated at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you watch Doug's videos, there's a couple of them that he does, like where he does like a big overview,
run through kind of thing.
Yeah, he runs through it one, and then in another video he like actually makes his Path to Glory army with it, like step by step. So if you follow along with him, it's not bad.
Yeah, it just reminds me of like when we did D&D, and I used to watch YouTube videos whilst building characters,
building and all that stuff.
Yeah, I was like, what on earth am I doing?
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
It's great. It's great.
It's not too bad once you get into it.
No, that's good.
Seems a bit daunting at first, but it's not bad.
That's good. Alejandro, I have awoken. God damn it. Hello. Welcome to the stream, my friend.
Welcome, Alejandro.
What are you working on?
Oh, there you go. Followers.
Oh, yes. So, Alejandro, what are you working on tonight? Or are you just chilling? You're having a good time. I was actually on Total War Warhammer last night, to be honest, quite late with the Knight of Zen.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, he's basically never like played the game before.
Okay.
And he's always wanted to, and so I just said to him, just hit us up on like Insta, Discord, or something.
And, so you stomped him to the ground.
No, we went. we did co-op. I basically explained the whole mechanics around it and how the campaign works, and
that's cool.
Like doing buildings, and yeah, we was on it till about 12:30.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, that was a good time. And you know what I'm like, I just talk for the world, so I was just like rattling on about such random bullshit. But hey ho. It is what it is. It's what I do.
It's the streaming life.
I learned that definitely through when I streamed Total War in the past. I definitely learned that, because when you first start off streaming as well, even with us streaming here, but when you first start streaming and like you have 0 viewers or like 1 viewer or whatever, and it done wrong, it's fine. It's because you're starting off, and like us, we're not opening the floodgates, but at the same time, it is quite hard to actually, keep up that banter and stuff if you just can't talk to. If you can't talk to yourself. Yeah, pretty much. It like, oh wow, yeah, just assaulted this place or blah blah blah. But
you see, that's why some people are really good at streaming and entertaining. Other people are not so much.
Yeah,
I'm not. You can probably tell from the stream, I'm not the one that can come up with random banter very easily. It's just not my thing.
You bring your wit, Matt, is what you do.
I bring my wit.
Your one-liners.
I don't contribute that much. It's just my wit.
Your one-liners, Matt.
It's all about the one-liners.
I'm working on Plague. What was it? Plague Bearer Crawler? Plague Burst? Even Crawler? Nurgle Tank. Right, okay. I got that out in the end, didn't I?
Once you hear the word plague, anything, it's pretty much assumed that to be Nurgle.
Rotten to the core. Rust, diseased, plague, everything.
All the good Nurgle stuff.
Oh, yes. All the diseases.
All the STDs.
What are you guys working on? Good point. So we obviously mentioned it as soon as we kicked off on the stream, but obviously people do join after that. So Matt, what are you working on?
I'm hoping to finish my Vindicators today. Vindictors, however you want to pronounce them.
Yeah.
The Stormcast Spear guys.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, they're pretty simple. It's just that I have not had much time to work on them.
You've been a busy boy recently with your
just working,
exams, family,
working exams, exam prep, and all that. Just taking up a bit more time than usual.
I've always despised exams. Really have.
I think that is the general consensus from everyone.
It is, but to a point where I avoid doing them wherever possible.
That is the general consensus everywhere. No one chooses to do
Well, you
exams for
chose a
fun.
profession where you have to do exams, where I chose a profession where I don't.
Well,
That's the extent whereby I'm just like, yeah, I don't really fancy doing exams ever again, so let's not go down that path. Or a
yeah,
path
I
like that.
suppose so. I suppose so. But at the same time, you can't just you can't like just not take a career path or something that you want to do just because like, oh, there's an exam. I guess not. I guess I'll pass
I
on
mean,
that.
it does depend, obviously, how much you want to go down that path. I mean, if it is something
Yeah,
where,
yeah.
yeah, if something I absolutely loved, then I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. But if it's something where I was like,
I
not
mean,
bothered by it.
if to stream, you had to pass a YouTube Warhammer exam. Kind of have to do it, right?
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, so Alejandro, I'm working on my turtle. Take that as you will. I'm working on my turtle.
Yep. Gonna turn this into the late night show.
Oh yes.
The X-rated.
Yep, you know it. Well, I can't remember what it is. It OnlyFans or whatever? I can't remember the name of that.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, right?
Oh, come off it. You know it.
I've got a little site on the mend. It's in the works, Matt. We will make an appearance. You know, in fact, it's one thing that the Knights then actually said to us the other day, or yesterday, I should say, was it's actually quite amusing that the way it's structured, and you know, in terms of obviously your shoulders down, pretty much, and then it's my head on the top, and it looks like I'm talking whilst working at the same time. I found that quite funny.
That's actually kind of amusing. No,
Yeah.
never really thought about it that way.
No, neither did I. That cracks me up. I think I'm just going over this for no reason whatsoever because I haven't really missed that much. Plus, can you really even tell? Can you hear the music, Matt? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, I figured we'd go with rock this evening.
The standard streaming tunes that we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. All good.
Yeah, it's a shame that I'm gonna have to look at that Total War thing as well. I'm gonna have to look at that Total War thing and why it's
why it was lagging.
Yeah, and why it's lagging. Yeah, it's why it's causing the stream to lag. Because again, it hasn't done in the past, and it must. I don't know. Whether it's some. I don't know. My internet's having a bit of a wobbler today or something. I don't know, but.
Have you changed any settings? Have you ran anything new in the background?
No. That's what I'm saying. It's quite bizarre. But unless Joe is playing some hardcore gaming downstairs.
I can't imagine her
on
to
the
be
Nintendo Switch.
Hardcore gaming Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I can see
Mario
that happening.
Kart, yeah, love it. I actually do enjoy playing Mario Kart. It's quite fun.
It's a fun
easy.
game.
Just have a bit of fun. Play online
it's a
against
party
people.
game.
Yeah. It's just one of those consoles which is just so much fun. Just have invite a few people around, have a bit of a laugh on it, and then there you go.
Yeah, I think Nintendo's kind of cornered that niche quite well. Like it's the party console in a sense. Like as in, you can invite people over, play Switch, and it's fun. Or people online. That's just fun. It's really casual. Anyone can get into it. It's not overly competitive. It's not overly complicated. It's just there. It's easy accessible. Whereas Xbox, Sony, they've become like how do I put it? Kind of hyper competitive kind of gamer scene in a sense, or like more hardcore types.
No, for sure. No, sorry, Matt. I was just saying Alejandro then In chat, just saying, at this point in my mind, Dice Sagas has evolved into becoming its own being. That it's Christian's head and Matt's body.
Ooh, that's a. Ooh.
Hey, what do you mean? Is that your side or my side?
I don't know, man.
You're just not a fan of that, no?
All I can think about is Human Centipede.
Bax Painter, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. Glad you could join. So let us know what you're working on, and yeah. Also, one thing I'm thinking about as well down the line, because I know we're streaming on multiple platforms, but I'm also thinking of might give Instagram a go.
Can it do streaming?
It's different. Yeah, streaming. Yeah.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, it's not as like you can't really stream using our StreamYard. It's very basic. It's literally the camera's facing you, and then you pretty much just you can do your setup, of course, but I mean it's very basic at its core. But at the same time, it's cool because folks can join in, they can chat, all that stuff as well.
I mean, that's the basis. All you need is really something to engage on.
Yeah. But they just miss out on all the awesomeness of our pre-made videos in the background.
Yeah.
Hey, mate. You'd be like, yeah, too right. They're epic. They are the creation of Sigmar.
To be fair, I'm quite proud of what we've done.
I think it's pretty cool. Like, in the time frame we've had, and with the work and everything, I'm pretty proud as well.
Pretty happy with what it's done.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be more popular, but it's still pretty fun.
Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, to get the popularity, we could always just venture over and do more actual
OnlyFans, like actual battle reports, I guess. Yeah.
But... Yeah, or we could also venture more into like doing like a review of something, or just to get the people viewing our channel a bit more and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's not really what we want to do, isn't? It's not really what we're passionate about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if I was to do a review of an army book, it wouldn't necessarily be the book. It's in terms of like, this is like the best thing to take with an army and blah blah. It'd be more like, this model.
That's cool.
That's cool. Exactly. That's cool. Yeah, I like it.
I like that. Kind of casually, which is nice.
Yeah. Pretty much. I think I've only ever done actually is one review, and that was with Keegan. I don't think you could make, or you couldn't make the second half of it. When Keegan was doing the Great Weave intro, and we did a Lumineth miniature review.
Oh,
yeah, and we just basically said what we liked about each miniature, kind of thing, and
why not?
Yeah, it was fun. It was different,
just a little bit different. I mean, everyone likes different things, different content on YouTube or wherever else. So some people like that. Some people.
It's just getting the keywords in there to get kind of. The views, if you like, because obviously people don't search for community lore videos or and stuff like that, or like necessarily narratively told battle reports or narrative battle reports. They search for battle reports.
I always find it interesting though, because I mean, like, it sounds like, or if you go off of like Facebook and forum posts and things like that, but everyone's looking into like the hardcore detailed like list building, tournament winning, that kind of stuff, win at all costs kind of plays. But if you look at statistically, most people just play in each other's houses, play at local game shops and things like that pretty casually. So I'm not sure why these videos where it's just like, hardcore list building or like really serious business kind of hobbying stuff, why that seems to be the forefront of this this niche of ours.
Yeah.
But like, no one really plays that way, or very few people play that way. A small amount of people play that way.
In terms of the general, because I tournament play is massive in terms of it's popular, not necessarily massive in like in terms of the whole population of Warhammer collectors who play the game. Obviously, it's like the minority, really, in essence, because obviously, those tournaments be at the thousands and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just people just like the way the game's actually played rather than being too overly narrative. But then again, people do say they like the narrative aspects. But
yeah, I mean, like just recently, I watched what was it, Mini Wargamings. They had they started a new narrative campaign thing. It's I mean, it's still just a battle report. They have a narrative story going on, and they have like I think they're doing a Path to Glory wise.
Yeah,
That's great. That's fine. It's just a battle report though, and like you know, and people in the comments are, "Oh, I love this. I've been waiting for something like this." I'm like, "Yeah, well, it's still just battle report."
I know. Yeah, I get it. I really do.
Aside from the the preamble at the very start of the video, and then like a little bit of a couple of lines in between, and maybe a little bit at the end, it's just like any other battle report, which is fine. Which is fine. But like from the comments, it sounds like a lot of people are really interested in narrative, Path to Glory, and stuff like that. But it just doesn't seem to show up very often on YouTube.
No, and that's I don't get that. It's not ideal in the sense of like battle reports community. Because a lot of people who've actually reached out to us, it's just they've seen it, they've liked it, they say, "Oh, this is really interesting," blah blah. But it's just getting that, try and get that engagement and keep it coming and all that kind of stuff. And this is where I think we fall a little bit short, is the actual the timing of content being created, because again, it's not a full-time job. So
yeah, right. I know. I mean, as much as I'd love to have Warhammer as my full-time job,
yeah,
the amount of effort that we have to put in, the amount of time they have to put in, and then it's not going to feed anyone.
No.
So it's not a possibility.
But Alejandro is saying the blue shells in Mario Kart even, have destroyed so many friendships. Tell me about it. That
bane of my existence.
Oh,
bane of my existence.
Yeah, they drive me. They drive me absolutely insane. Especially, there's so many times when I play online pretty much quite often, and yeah, I'm just like, when I'm like, you first obviously get banged by that blue shell, and the car just goes right past you, and I'm just the rage. Oh man, sweating thinking about it.
PTSD right there.
Oh man. So I think, to be honest, I mean, I told you it ain't like a huge task this at the moment, but I've gone over my little carrier, if you like, chariot even, and yeah, so that's ready now for the automatic blue to be applied, and then just doing the tassels, touching up the weapons a bit, and it's pretty much done. I might do some of the gems actually. That'll be pretty decent. But yeah.
What about the riders or the drivers or whatever those?
Oh
things
yeah,
are?
I'm leaving those to last.
Ah, gotcha. But like the turtle itself is done almost.
Well, the turtle itself's just primed, yeah. But in terms of, so I'm basically just working on this right now, and then I'll
just
be
the carrier thing.
Yeah, then the turtle after that, that's already primed and good to go. But I'm still contemplating the skin, what I'm going to do. And well, the shell, I'm leaning towards like a fiery kind of vibe look. Because I think I like the idea, the contrast, obviously being quite fiery, the shell, all that kind of stuff, and it's obviously water. So I think that's pretty cool. But then the skin.
You're gonna do with the fiery shell, green. Green is probably a good contrast to it.
Yeah, to be honest, I was thinking Plague Bearer. I think it's Plague. Speaking of plagues, Plague Bearer. I need to get. I put all my paints away the other day, and I'll say put them away underneath the shelf. Let's have a quick look. No. The main thing is, I know it's there somewhere.
As long as you know.
Anyway, I was thinking of doing that color anyway, and then let's go from there. Gurg. missed something. Yeah, I've been looking at board games recently as well, because yeah, but because I still do play a few board games. Like Catan. Played obviously Risk, Game of Thrones Risk. I played what the hell do you call it? Oh my word, it's just slipped my mind. Is it Civilizations?
The Civilization would be
Seven Wonders. Seven Wonders.
7 Wonders, right?
Yeah, so I played Seven Wonders as well, and I've also let's see, and the one I'm looking at, I've already bought it. I bought it a while ago. It's just obviously not being able to actually play it yet. But what's going on?
That's the thing with our hobbies. We don't have time. There's no time.
It's really true. Do not have time to do.
Well, that's pretty cool. I'll pick up that. I'll pick up this. I'll pick up that, and then it'll just go in my cupboard forever.
Yep. I'd be like, oh, that's so epic. I love this. And the board game itself, it's. I'm gonna have to find it. That's doing me nothing. But yeah, so the board game itself though is. Oh, what do you call it now? Oh, I'm gonna have to search. Bear with me. I seriously, I started to be my nuts in. So there you go. Axis and Allies, 1940, second edition.
Right.
Yes, that is the game I'm thinking about. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm looking towards. But it's like quite a long game. That's the only issue, and which isn't a bad thing necessarily. But it's just getting players. I can get players to play, Seven Wonders, Catan, even Risk to it, and if at a stretch.
Really, that's quite a stretch of a game, isn't it?
It can be, yeah. And then it's like about 2 hours or so, depending on how aggressive your plays are. But I think, Game of Thrones Risk, that can be really quick because you have
Game of Thrones Risk. Interesting.
Yeah, it's cool, and you have a load of different types of cards you can play, and it's quite it adds a lot of intrigue to it, and you're able to. But the thing is that you can accumulate so much gold and other actions and all this stuff where you can pretty much do a lot of damage and conquer quite quickly with Game of Thrones Risk. So I was like, it's great, but also it's if you want a long game, you kind of have to strip down the power of these cards because otherwise it's just far too much. But yeah, so that's pretty much the game I'm looking at playing is obviously that Axis and Allies 1940, but it's saying it's about 6 hours long. I'm like, that's pretty epic. I mean, don't get me wrong.
That's a commitment right there.
It is a chunk, but it's one of those games where if you play it, the full experience of it, from again reviews, obviously people watching YouTube videos and other stuff as well, it seems like a game that, first of all, Jono, don't you? So
yeah,
Jono's really into board games, and us two have played, obviously a load of board games together as well. And obviously, it's just getting those like-minded people who are able to commit potentially, a decent amount of their day or night even to a good board game session. And yeah, that's kind of what it is. But there's this space game called Twilight Imperium, I think it's called, the 4th edition. It's quite pricey, but it's one of those games I really want to play this. But even still, it's like, I think they say average gameplay time can be up to about, I think, anywhere between 6 to 12 hours.
6 to 12.
Oh
my God.
That has to be done over, a couple of days possibly. I mean, I could potentially do it in a day if, because obviously not, Matt, you've got kids that I don't. So I still have the freedom to do that kind of stuff where obviously you don't really have that luxury. Just so
even Jono doesn't even anymore, really.
Well, he doesn't, but he will do. In terms of when we have games at ours or when we have games at his place, so obviously a key job will be there, and
that's all right then.
And then so full well Isla will be looked after without Jono being needed whatsoever.
Fair enough.
And plus, we'll do it, so it's obviously be able to do it during nighttime and other stuff. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're looking towards. And I do have another mate, Matt. Sorry, not Matt, Mark, who's really into board games as well. He can potentially participate and stuff like that. So it's just trying to get these type of games, epic games, with like-minded people who are able to commit their time, because it can be quite time strenuous, as you say.
Because I mean, we struggled sometimes to find time for a game of Warhammer, which technically is only really 2-3 hours long, generally.
Yeah,
depending on how quickly you go through it.
Yeah, I mean, I think for that personally, again, last time we played, again, I had to scoot because of obviously other arrangements, but it's difficult for yourself, as you say, Matt, quite often with kids, because you have a time allotment, because between lunch and dinner, you need to
pretty much
squeeze in a game then.
Yeah, exactly.
Alejandro, Memoir 44 is a great World War II miniature game. Never heard of it, to be honest.
Memoir 44? No,
I'll check it out though. Is it so? When you say miniature game, is it similar to? Are we talking tabletop battle game kind of thing?
Like bolt action?
Gerg arg. That that Fax Painter. Do you know that stuff? That if it's it's basically at the end of it. Yeah, at the end of a TV series that was in the 90s. It's like Gerg arg. That's all. That's the only clue that's been given. Yeah, you got it right straight away. Buffy. Love it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, that's a show I've been watching a good while.
Oh, yes. Kai, welcome to our little corner of the internet. Welcome.
Welcome. Stay a while and listen.
Yeah. And let us know if you're working on anything too. And Fax Painter got it right. Oh, you got it. Yeah, you got it earlier. I didn't even see that in chat. I totally bypassed that. Buffy viewer detected. Yes, indeed. Although I've got to admit, with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I can't remember what season it was, but I think it's when a mum dies and then the sister comes into play, and that for me it started going downhill massively from memory. It's been a while since I've watched it, but again, that was that was the turning point, if you like, when it started going downhill.
And I mean, all TV shows will get to that point where it just starts going downhill. It's pretty much inevitable.
Yeah, to an extent. I'd say a few TV shows where I still like the content, like Angel. The basically it's like the additional series, if you like, after Buffy. Or in fact, it's even towards the end of Buffy, there's a spin-off. That for me,
is it a direct spin-off? I thought it was like a separate thing.
No, it's a direct spin-off. Yeah, they still then they interact and they make appearances back and forth.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so Angel was decent, and then they got quite funny as well, which was great. And then the ending, for me, I think from memory again, I think that the main bad guy wasn't that great towards the end. But yeah, I think it's like Star Trek for me, like Voyager, Next Generation. I think that was decent. But again, the endings are always so hard to get right, aren't they? That's the thing, because you're not going to please everyone. I mean, obviously, we all know what destroyed, or what was an awful ending, to an extent. Well, for me, it was Game of Thrones.
Oh God,
awesome,
yeah,
awesome.
So
TV
terrible, terrible ending. I think it was just widely accepted that it was just a terrible ending, and it's just a disservice to the fans as well as to the actors. Because I'm pretty sure the actors are pretty pissed off about it as well.
Yeah.
Because nothing seemed... It just did not feel quite right. I think the last, 2.5 seasons were just, pretty much going downhill, and then just a wild plummet at the very end.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And then... Oh, what else now? Oh, I can't remember the other series. I'll have to think of it. But Deep Space Nine, the final season was mental. You know what? As much of a Trekkie fan I am, I've never seen Deep Space Nine all the way through. That's bad though. That is god awful, Matt. I tell you. I've seen like every single other, apart from the original. I've seen a few episodes of the original, but I've seen all the other Star Trek series. But I've only seen a few of Deep Space Nine.
Why? What's turned you off of it?
I don't know. I think it's because I was watching Next Generation and Voyager, and I kind of didn't like the idea. Again, I was younger, but I didn't like the idea of just being like on a space station, and then like just venturing out now and again. And a lot of things do happen, and I've seen episodes where I'm like, oh, this is really cool, but then I'm like, I'm gonna have to watch the whole series. I'm just like, these days it's very rare that I get through a whole lot of series, unless it's like similar to, well, I've watched anime series just recently actually. I really don't know what's going on here. Anyway, I watched animated series recently as well, and that was Sword Art Online. And that was... You're not a fan?
No. Which Sword Art Online? The original one or the Alicization?
Well, the one that's on Netflix.
I think they're both on Netflix now, but the original one from like 2000, I want to say, when was Sword Art Online? I don't even know anymore. Hold on, let me look this up.
But yeah, so anyway, the 3 seasons that are on Netflix anyway at the moment is, I think they must be the latest ones or something, but those are really liked.
2013.
And yeah, so Memoir is indeed a tabletop battle game. Pretty fun, not too long, and pretty sweet miniatures. That's good.
Ooh, cool.
See you there. Welcome. Evening, folks.
Ooh, evening.
Yeah, Alejandro. The reasons why the ending of the Game of Thrones was so shitty is because J.R. Martin didn't write it, and that's last minute. And also, they got the director guys. They got dragged away on some crappy Star Wars stuff, right?
Did they? Was it Star Wars? I thought it was something else, or some other spin-off project or something else that they got called away to.
I may be wrong, but I thought it was Star Wars. They got dragged over to, and yeah.
More reasons for me to not like Star Wars all that much. I mean, it's quite seriously, like it's Game of Thrones is a very, very nicely put together story. It's so detailed in the history, the background, the connections, the relations between all the characters, etc., etc., etc. The foreshadowing, the symbolism, it's all really good stuff. And then they just threw it away. Like they threw everything away.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, indeed. Ghost in the Shell was mint. Yeah, so Ghost in the Shell.
Which one? There's been so many iterations.
Yeah, but again, the one I watched was many moons ago, so it was years ago. But I did like it.
Yeah, it's a nice concept. I like Ghost in the Shell. It's well developed, the story.
You've seen the recent movie? I've not.
The live action one.
Yeah,
that was all right.
Is it?
I mean, I've heard people complain about it a little bit. It's all right though. I didn't find anything wrong with it. Then again, I'm not like a hardcore Ghost in the Shell fan.
Yeah,
but like I thought it was all right. Did the story all right. The graphics were great. I think some people were peeved that they used what was her name? Scarlett Johansson. Johansson. Yeah, as the major rather than someone Asian. But in my mind, she's a cyborg that can pick and choose whatever look she wants, really, almost in a sense. So I don't see why she would have to be of a specific descent or of a specific race. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
But, whatever.
Yeah, there's, yeah.
I mean, literally, her skin is not her own. She can pick and choose what she wants. So it makes a little difference. But hey, that's me. whatever.
No, that's a fair point. There's a lot of things that a lot of people are going to be and are disagreeing with superheroes these days, and
always.
Yeah, and
it's weird because like superheroes are such a the fan base is so uptight about a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, I think to be honest, I think I'm with them to an extent where, good grief, there's different different types of universes and everything. So there's there's so many different like versions of people anyway. So it is what it is. But at the same time, it's one of those things where I'm just like, if you want to really do something different or like change characters or person, I Star Trek Discovery even recently, and the last few episodes of that. I mean, that's another one. Not Discovery, Picard. Absolutely destroyed that character for me. Watching that episode,
really?
Watching those series, yeah, absolutely. He's used to be strong. He used to be quite stern kind of guy, and he just wasn't whatsoever in it. And also like 7 of 9 and a bunch of others, and I'm just like, yeah, it's kind of grim. I was like, just create new characters. Just have a bit of creativity. Stop flipping using existing stuff. And then, where's your creativity? They're just rehashing everything.
Yeah, kind of in a way. At the same time, I always think like, it's kind of like the Batman reboots or Spider-Man reboots or whichever. It's just retelling the same story with the same character, but like from a different perspective or from a different timeline, different whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I find that all right. Because, I mean, it's just a different director or different producer's kind of perspective on it. And it's all right as long as you look at it that way. There's no one, like, true Batman storyline. There's no one true, Spider-Man's storyline or anything like that. In my mind, at least.
Yeah.
Unless you're going back to, like, the original.
Yeah, I was going to say.
At which point, who's going to watch a movie about that over and over and over again?
No, I get there needs to be some like permutations and stuff, or like redone after like a good number of years. That's all well and good. I'm all up for that. Disney destroying things, nothing new under the sun. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, a lot of the big companies are seemingly destroying a lot of the nice things that we have nowadays.
Oh yes, indeed.
I wonder who.
Yes.
Who we could be implying. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, true. That's it. We're just gonna have to, bide our time, see what happens, and then change tax.
If need be.
If need be. But second gig was my fave. I think, Matt, do you know what that is about?
Second gig? No. I'm not quite sure what he means by that.
Yeah, facts, but if you don't mind.
Does he mean second generation?
I don't know.
I'm not a Star Wars person, or Star Trek person, so I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, but I think we've been rattling on about quite a lot of things, so
we've kind of jumped topics quite a bit. Yeah. Probably lost some people.
Nostalgia sells. It does indeed.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Like, people love these old franchises that people just love to cling on to.
And obviously, then you will have new folks being introduced to it as well, like the kids.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where you have the discrepancy. You'll have new fans saying, like, "Oh, this is great. This is cool. Love this character," and then you have the old fans who are like, "No, this is different from my original version, and I don't like it. New is bad."
Yep.
So you won't ever really win.
No, it's even when you do like the book to film as well. It's like same kind of thing because you've got the original, the book, but you're never going to get it bang on anyway. And then there's going to be different permutations and obviously ways that the director or the producer, whatever, are going to be envisaging it. And yeah, so there's that also that fun side to think about too. Ghost in the Shell second gig.
Oh, I've not seen that one actually. I'm not like I said, I'm not a huge Ghost in the Shell fan, so I don't know all of them. I've seen Standalone Complex. I've seen the original. I've seen a couple of the movies. There's a couple of, like OVAs or direct-to-video ones. Never had a chance to watch those either. The thing about like Ghost in the Shell is it's one of the older franchises, I guess, in anime, and like some of the older stuff you can't get anywhere.
Yeah.
I really like the original movie. It was really, really well done. There's something nostalgic about like the old anime style, where it's like a very well animated and very hyper detailed, despite it being like all hand drawn. Like Akira, for example.
Oh yeah, Akira. Yeah.
Akira, like to be honest, the story was all right.
Yeah.
I didn't feel anything super great about the story. It was all right, but the animation is just amazing.
To be honest, that was one of the first, like, that was probably one of the first anime films I actually watched.
Just from a purely artistic standpoint, Akira was like a really high class film, I think.
Yeah. I was going to say that's is a mate of mine an old mate of mine who introduced me to the anime world, if you like, and that was the first film I watched. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. When I was a young boy.
I know, is it Josh? Because I know Josh is a big fan of Akira, I think, isn't he?
No, it's a guy. They're not really. Don't really speak to him anymore. But lost touch years ago. The Witcher Netflix series never happened, and you can't change my mind. Right. The only thing.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go on, Matt.
You go ahead first. Sorry.
No, I was going to say the only thing for the Witcher TV series was the whole, like, when did it happen scenario. So, because it went back and forth a lot. In terms of like, I was like, is this character not dead, or is this the same character? Is this is this Queen still ruling? I thought that because there was no like timestamps, if you like, and to be honest, it took me a little. I was like, oh crap, I've totally missed something there. I skipped an episode, and then obviously it did dawn on me quite quickly, but I wasn't a big fan of not just being told like this is. X amount of time in the past or future or whatever, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm up to date, rather than having to think like where we are whilst trying to watch it at the same time. Like, well, whilst I'm trying to figure it out, I'm kind of losing my place and losing my actual sense of being in the series, if you like. And then Kiki as well, she enjoyed it, but wasn't a fan of she struggled with that as well.
Yeah, I think that's one of the big issues with it. I mean, it's an artistic choice, I suppose. They did it in a way to like, show that how because it's what was the whole shtick about it was like about fate and how, because of that. I don't even remember that thing that he says, or the oath, or the promise, or the whatever, that kind of thing. How that's connected, and it's like interconnects the story, the characters, and everything. And that was the whole point of it. I think, at least, and that's what it emphasized. It emphasized that these two timelines interconnect because of that one action, that kind of thing. And it's cool, it's good, it's nice. At the same time, it's very hard to pull off in a way that makes it very comprehensible to people. And I think a lot of people just got lost in it, and a lot of people got really confused by it.
Yeah.
And you don't really realize it until like it's quite a bit further in. That's what they were trying to do. And at that point, some people just lost the appreciation for it.
Yep, exactly that. And I mean, I was trying to explain to the wife whilst I was watching. It's like, this is where we're up to, and this is what's happening now. Because after dawning on me where we were and what we're doing, I was like, okay, that's where we are. But then I was like, right, let's rewind it. So, let's just go back a few steps so we actually know where we are. Just in case we missed anything whilst we're trying to figure out where we are.
So I mean, like, cool concept. Just I don't know if it was really the best idea to pull it off.
Yeah, I don't think it was executed in the sense in the correct way, in my opinion. But other people may be totally fine with it, but I have heard a lot of feedback similar in the sense of the time.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was a good series overall.
Obviously, Alejandro doesn't like a lot of things that we like, so like elves. I like elves. He despises elves. What's that about? I like Tau. He does not like Tau.
He's got some strong opinions.
Oh, yes. I just need to utter the word. No, I don't even need to utter it. I just need to think. And then he's on me like a ton of bricks. Saying, what? What? How dare you? I have a golden gun inside of me. Don't box me in. Don't, or I'll leave. I'd rather be a dreamer. I'd rather be free. I'd rather be a leader. I'd rather be a queen. I'd rather be a singer in a trashy cover band. I've always been a bit on edge in a way. You want to do that? I really like the end products, but whilst I'm painting the kind of teal effects, I'm always like, oh, I did apply too much, too little, and I know it's always best to start off with, not applying too much, and obviously increase the bond beyond that. But it's starting to take shape quite well now. I don't know if you can. Yeah.
I don't know, especially for contrast paint, it's really hard to tell until it's like fully dried and set.
So
because like right when it's still wet, it's such a different color compared to when it finishes. So with contrast, you just really need to be confident in what it will look like.
You need the skill.
Yes, elite skills that you have.
Master the skill. You will rule the world. Your own world, that is.
By the way, speaking of strange speeches, have you looked over the script that I sent you?
Not yet, no.
Have a look and see. Tell me what you think about the lines that I gave for your tree man.
Oh, yes, I will indeed. How long is the intro, Matt?
It's not too long, actually. Especially for the second one. Kind of kept it relatively short.
Oh, sweet.
Just because the rest of the battle takes up a fair enough chunk.
Yeah, nice. I'll look forward to that. I'll give it a once over. There were no timestamps. They completely changed the magic rules and they made them worse. The series storyline was unnecessarily long. They butchered the Nilfgaardian armies and the Ardfinan, I guess they're called. Yeah, in all honesty, Alejandro, you may be right there. I've dabbled with the computer game. I've never read a book of The Witcher. I just jumped straight into the TV series. So from my perspective, it was very much a good series, minus the time issues. But Matt, what about you? Did you ever read the book or games or anything like that?
I played the game very, very minorly. My computer sucks, so I can't play very much of it. I'm waiting till I can upgrade my computer, then I'm going to play the full series, all the trilogy, basically.
Oh, nice.
But I don't know. I've never. This is the thing. When a medium or when a storyline or a whatever changes mediums, I kind of have to look at it like as a completely different product. It's really unfair to judge it as something else. Or how should I put it? If you have a book that you really like, and then it comes up with a movie or TV show or whatever else, you kind of have to put the book aside and say, this is a story that I like, but it is completely different and it's going to be different. It's expected. And there's going to be things that you won't like because it is a different medium. You cannot cram a 1,000-page novel into a 10-episode miniseries. It's near impossible. You are going to lose a lot of depth. You're going to lose a lot of scope. You're going to lose a lot of nuances that you'll get in a book. Same thing in a video game. You can spend 100+ hours on a video game like The Witcher, and you're not going to get that in a TV show, right? So no matter how you slice it, no matter how you do it, it'll be different. A movie cannot be a good book adaptation because you will have to cut out loads of things. Like the Lord of the Rings trilogy is a good example. It's great, it's fine,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, it still cuts out a lot of stuff compared to the novels, right? And that's expected because you cannot cram that much information into, even though it's like 10-hour marathon almost.
Yeah, if you look at the extended as well. But even see, that's exactly that though, Matt. Even with the extended, it's still
You're not going to cover everything. Exactly, it's impossible. So no matter how you look at it, if it's going to be a different medium, you have to change your expectations. It's just going to be different, and you have to deal with it. So you kind of have to accept that it's not perfect. It's not going to be the experience that you've been used to. Still try and enjoy it. So in that sense, The Witcher TV series was different from the video games, I imagine. Like I said, I haven't played all that much, and I've not read the books. But as a TV show on its own, works fine.
Yeah,
I think. Kind of like how Game of Thrones TV shows good up until later seasons, because it's based off of the books. It misses a lot of things. There's so many characters missing out of it. There's so many different scenes and interesting bits that are never into the series. Yeah. So I mean, if you don't read the books, fine. It's still a very enjoyable experience for the most part until you get to the end. But like, if you have read the books, I think it's still enjoyable, despite the fact that there's a lot of things missing. So if you judge it like that, it's still a good series until whatever. We won't talk about the last few seasons.
Yeah.
But everything before that, it did fine, because it adapted the books reasonably well. Missed a whole lot of things, a lot of subtle things that were missed out, a lot of side stories that were left out. But still a good story overall. Still a good representation of the story.
Yeah, no, I very well put, Matthew. That is I agree with that. It's good. Especially means like Lord of the Rings for me, my favorite films, and even with that, and obviously I'm actually going to be listening to I just purchased the audiobook today actually for the Fellowship, and with the Prime, so you get one free credit every month.
Right.
So, but anyway, so I ended up downloading that today, so I'm just going to give that a listen as well. So that'll be interesting. To obviously, I know, I know a lot about it, but definitely not like every single character going or anything like that. But I do know quite a bit of the lore. But I say I do. Then someone's always going to know more than me anyway, without a shadow of a doubt. And no way am I thinking I know more than these champions of knowledge for like Tolkien. But even with that though, I really enjoyed the films. That's Cedar, they always do that kind of thing though. I generally avoid TV shows based on books I've read. That's again, that's entirely your call. That's definitely if you have a certain image or certain like idea, if you like, in terms of how characters look, how they sound, all that kind of stuff from reading a book. When you see, if you're not really a fan of it being translated into something else, similar kind of setting, but something told differently, different characters, different ideas in your head of what these characters and stuff look like, then yeah, by all means, I can understand that fully. But again, as Matt said before, the whole idea is to kind of peel yourself away from the book and then I venture into the actual setting of this film, TV series. It's not always going to work out, but Yeah, it's something where obviously it's entirely up to yourself, of course, and if that's something you do, by all means, keep doing it. It's just for me, I try, as Matt said, I try and peel myself away a little bit. Understand it's they definitely won't be able to squeeze in everything. Although I've got to admit, though, Fax Painter right now, thank the gods they cut Tom Bombadil. I'm gonna say, no, he's got to be in it. No, if he was in it though, it'd cause so much confusion. People would be like, "Yeah, who's this guy?" It makes like a little appearance because obviously they'll only have to have a little scene explaining who he is. Nobody truly knows anyway, so yeah, it won't be the best. So I get why they cut it. Cedar, yeah, I agree with concepts. It'll be different or don't watch it. Yeah. Sorry, Cedar. Yeah, exactly that. Obviously, I'm kind of catching up on chat at the moment, so yeah, exactly that. Alejandro, some changes are acceptable, shortening plots and whatever, but completely changing the magic system ruins both the armor and tactics of the Northern Guardian army, where not necessary changes. Okay, no, that I can understand if that is the case as well. It's like I'm assuming you're talking like the magic incentive, like low fantasy magic, and then in the book it's like high fantasy magic, and then the TV series it's just like low fantasy magic. I can get why you may be a bit miffed about that, because obviously you'd expect magic to be all like, oh, this is amazing, blah blah. Obviously, I haven't read the books or anything, so I can't really attest to that. Matt, what about you? Did you say you read the books or Witcher?
No, I have not. So no. Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot of expertise on the books at all.
How you doing?
Not too bad. I think I need to do the banners and then possibly a bit of highlighting on the armor, but that's about it.
Yeah, this is coming along nicely. I go with a simplistic approach that looks effective, and that'll do me. So this whole thing is like in a teal kind of. Mark, can you see that? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's like,
wait, can you enlarge yourself?
Yeah. There you go. Can you see that?
Yeah, it looks alright.
Yeah, so it's got like a little. It's not in focus, but yeah, you get the gist.
How's it look on the turtle itself?
So, well, the turtle's white anyway, so it's ain't gonna be all that grand at the moment, but I'm looking forward to having this painted. It's gonna be such an epic miniature.
Yeah, it'll look good.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like a fiery kind of volcanic. Yeah,
it'll look good on a fiery shell, I think.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then probably like a greeny turtle as well.
This is one of the dudes I've been doing so far. So I've just got the gold trim,
very cool.
Gold detailing on the shield, the belt, shoulder bits. I just need to do the banner.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then maybe a bit of highlighting on the armor if I get a chance. But that's about it.
No, that's good. So is that what you've been doing on the unit?
Yeah. The unit of 10, so almost done all of them, but
that's fair.
Almost
so
there.
Alejandro, the Witcher series literally killed my soul.
Ouch, that bad, huh?
I've got to ask my brother, because I know that he's played the games, and I think he's maybe read the books as well. I'm going to ask him about what he thought. Cause I think he liked it, but I believe he liked the series, but I need to ask about the magic question. See what he says. Evening.
The thing is, if you speak with a fan of any series, and ask them of their opinion about an adaptation, it's usually going to be negative. Just because if you're a really hardcore fan of like one style of something, to see anything change is it's kind of heartbreaking sometimes.
Yeah, true. Welcome to the chat, Dave. Welcome. So those banners, I found a pain, Matthew.
Yep. I'm still questioning what I'm going to be doing with them. But whatever. I'm just going to jump into it and just see what I can do. I mean, it's just a weird looking banner. Like, I'm okay with banners if I can have a bit more freedom with what I'm doing with it, what I'm painting with it. But like, I don't know. Sometimes these banners are just they have a set design, but like it's kind of a weird, awkward design. I don't really know what to do with them. I'd love to see what you've done, Dave, just so I can copy mercilessly.
Well, when we do the miniature review in a bit, we'll see the. I think Dave's actually posted his recent.
I saw his Vindicators or Vindictors, but I don't know if I remember seeing the banner.
Yeah, so
if so, I'll take notes.
Yeah, when we do the miniature review in a sec, we'll go through them and we'll see if it's there. I'm not sure whether it is the banners. I've seen the unit though. Did I brush you off? Is it your lack of friends? We never met. Even if you pretend that I ain't your dad. I don't know you nothing. Don't say something you'll regret. Hey, wait. Don't waste it on me. Spy. Life's telling you. Don't waste it on me. Don't waste it on me. Lord of the Rings was ruined for me by the films. Oh no! No! I loved it. I can't read the books anymore because I feel the films just do it better. Oh crap!
Oh
indeed. Heresy, I know. Yes, wow. You've even got like. I didn't even read that bit, and I was like, oh.
Well, that's the thing. Most people say like the book is better and whatnot.
Exactly.
Guys, at the same time,
good words.
Honestly, I question how many people have actually read through the Lord of the Rings fully in entirety.
Whereas I know people question. Oh, do you reckon they're just like jumping on the bandwagon?
No, I mean I question like of the people that have watched the movie, how many have actually read the book?
Oh yeah.
Because the book is a lengthy process. It is a commitment. Yes. And it's not exactly an easy read. It's written how long? I don't know how long ago, but it's written in a style that people might not feel very comfortable reading, just because it's not an easy read.
Got the audiobook.
Yeah. Even then, the names, the characters, the fantasy style of it, it's not for everyone. It's not as easily digestible, whereas a movie format is much easier for the masses to consume.
Yeah.
You know,
I get that.
I mean, so many people have watched The Lord of the Rings. So many people have enjoyed Lord of the Rings. Mm-hmm. But if you threw the book at them, I could probably, from a relatively modest estimate, I could imagine 95% of people wouldn't get past the first book, or they'd struggle to get through the first book.
What do you mean, like just because of the size or the words and
size, words, difficulty, the style of it, etc. Everything about it, and just in general, a lot nowadays, especially, people don't invest that much time into reading.
No,
I'm guilty of that myself, really.
Same.
I mean, like, it's just the way things are. People enjoy their binging of Netflix, watching a movie, watching a series, get it done, and that's it.
Yeah.
Exactly. No one's going to no one's going to commit or invest that many hours into reading a novel when they can just watch a movie in like an hour and a half.
Yep.
Right.
To be honest, I'm very much guilty. I honestly, we're talking 6-7 years ago or something, since I last read a book end to end, because I've just been, honestly, time wise, again, you're working, come home. I like the idea of, I've always liked the idea of just chilling in bed with a book, reading, which I used to do. But then nowadays, I'm just like, I do hobby painting, do other stuff. Also hang out with the wife. We do, then once the day's done and the evening's done, then a chill in bed, watching TV series, just hanging out, and that's it. I don't really chill and read a book. And I'm quite a slow reader, which has always been something that which I've always hated. Because if I was a quick reader, I think I would appreciate it a lot more. And I have read a lot of books in the past, but nowadays, when I used to drive to work, I used to listen to audiobooks all the time, because that's, I was in the car like an hour and 40 to an hour and a half on the way there and on the way back. So I used to get through quite a lot of audiobooks, which was great. But to actually read a full novel end to end now, I don't know. I just don't really. It's just that investment where when I'm listening to an audiobook, I'm paying at the same time.
You have to commit.
You do. I've started the Big Banner guy now. That's even worse. There you go, Matt.
Actually, I don't think the Big Banner is going to be as bad. I don't know. I don't even know. I know what you mean. I've got him here as well. And I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I think I would be just happier if it was a blank canvas and I could do something else with it or anything with it. But to have a set design, I don't know what I'm going to do with it, really.
So I purposely posed them so you can't see them that well. Fair enough. Films are spot on. I've read the book and the Silmarillion. There you go. Well, tongue twister. Silmarillion. I got it right the first time. Silmarillion.
Just the book name by itself. Just the book name itself is so difficult to pronounce. Could you imagine how many people would just drop the book because, like, I can't even pronounce the title?
Well, to be honest, I am dyslexic, so that doesn't really. I'm not exactly a proven case in terms of.
Well,
I'm not severely dyslexic, but there are certain. It's more around spelling more than anything. But in terms of the actual, it's actually spelling and clearly pronouncing words. So it's kind of a mixed bag of things. But having said that, one thing that actually really did help me out as a kid, going through, obviously, I wasn't discovered as being dyslexic until I was in high school, because I wasn't severely dyslexic, so it wasn't really picked up on. And then when it was identified, they said, "Oh, do you want extra time in exams?" And I was like, "No. I've gone my whole life so far without extra time in exams and everything. No, I'm just gonna have the same as everyone, get cracking on." But one thing that's truly helped me was reading these books, the fantasy books when I was a kid, like all the Warhammer books and like Black Library books and everything. That really, really helped me with my spelling, with pronouncing words, and so much that it's definitely a massive bonus and benefit. So I'm not against using complex words and stuff like that to try and get your point across, trying to name something and stuff. I mean, dear Lord, Age of Sigmar, the amount of like bizarre names in that, I'm just like, ugh.
As long as you just stay away from Seraphon, it'll be fine.
Exactly that. But yeah, so it's just one of those things, and it's just understanding. For me personally, it's just as soon as I hear it once, I'm good in that way. But there are still some tongue twisters out there.
Oh yeah, it's kind of a part of the fantasy deal, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not fantasy unless you have something that's just really awkwardly pronounced or awkwardly named.
True. So Cedar used to read it once a year. and then I was a big reader. In fact, I think the Knights of Zen as well reads it once a year, and that's I think I believe still reads it once a year.
Wow,
So
cool.
yeah, we were talking about it last night, and yeah, so that's cool. I like that. But yeah, as a big reader, as a youngster as well. So yeah, no, I get that fully. Because again, it's just that time, isn't it? And everyone likes quick things and all that kind of stuff. I mean, for me, I like, as Matt knows now, I'm multitasking. So when I listen to audiobooks or paint, when I play games, I also assemble models at the same time. That kind of thing. So I try to do as much things as possible at the same time. Alejandro, as a Spanish speaker, the title of the Silmarillion. There you go, Silmarillion. Dear Lord. Silmarillion.
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know the proper pronunciation either.
There you go. Got it in the end. Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. So, so pretty easy to pronounce to me. Yeah. See, this is why, like Seraphon, Alejandro as well. I think you said you find those guys easy to pronounce for you, and I think that's definitely true. You know, depending on which region and everything as well, dialects. Dave, so my Hedonite characters' names weren't fun. To be honest, I don't think I had that big of a problem pronouncing those. I think I'd have to rewatch the video and let me know if I pronounced them alright. But I don't think I had too bad of a struggle there. Matt, do you want to go through the hobby hangout in terms of the miniatures?
Yeah, please.
I'm just a bit wary of the time as well. Okay, so...
Oh, here it comes, here it comes.
Yeah, you have to just bear with me a second. Matt, keep them entertained whilst I go about my usual... Because obviously we weren't ready for this at all, because I was planning on streaming Total War Warhammer.
Keep them entertained. What do you want me to do?
Let's do a dance.
Dress and drag and do the hula?
Oh, yeah.
No, you got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Love it.
I'm not an entertainer.
Well, we're good. We are good to go. There you go.
You can just cut me out from that thing, please.
Why is that? I thought it was cool. You're opening the curtains, Matt. Oh, get over it, Matt. You'd be all right, mate.
Yes.
So, what we have here is from the Knight of Zen for his custom chapter.
Space Marine Chaplain.
So this is for the 5th Pride of the Desert Lions chapter.
Cool.
Very cool. No, I do.
I can't tell. Is that yellow or is that like a dusty beige?
It's like a beigey kind of color because he's obviously similar to his chapter theme.
Makes sense. Yeah. Desert.
So yeah, it's zooming in a bit too far there. Oh yeah, this was from John T 1390, and this was look at this tank. Oh,
is that an Nurgle tank?
It is indeed.
It's a nice one. Very nice.
Guys, look at the skulls there at the bottom as well. Oh, it's just
wouldn't be chaos without skulls.
Filth. But no, he's obviously done some close-ups elsewhere as well. Very cool with the deterioration, the rust, all that kind of good stuff going on.
Really nice weathering effect that he's done.
Oh, it's awesome. Absolutely awesome. And there we go. There's Dave. Dave, are you ready, lad? Whee! So these are the Stormcast Eternals. And again, the white armor, very well done on that.
Quite.
I know
white armor is hard to do.
Yeah, I was going to say Dave mentions it quite often because I keep saying, "Oh, white armor, I want to do it, I love it," and then Dave always says, "It's a pain in the ass. Don't do it."
It really is. It really, really is.
Yeah. It's just one of the, it's the dream. It's the dream.
I've done it on a few things, but very, very rarely. It's really hard to keep it clean, smooth and clean.
And this is another one from Dave as well, which is pretty cool. Again, it's I don't know what character this is because it's one of the new Stormcast ones, right?
New Knight Arcanum.
I love the theme. He's gone with the Frozen theme throughout all of his army, which is very cool. Always love the bases as well. No, awesome job, that Dave. Again, just like the I think I'll try the white armor at some. I've got to try it at some point.
Give it a go.
Just one miniature, and this was from Sash 40k. So I believe Sash has actually been working on the latest miniature is on the left, and then just before that, obviously, Sash works on the miniature on the right. So again, awesome, absolutely awesome work, and I love the stones that obviously they stood on. I just think it looks so good.
Which character is that? That's a really nice sculpt. That's really, really cool.
I don't know. It's the Horus Heresy stuff, I believe.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it.
Yeah, well, yeah. A bit of a giveaway with the tile underneath.
Yeah, I suppose so. But
well,
really
no,
cool
it's
stuff.
awesome job. That absolutely love that one. This is from Fleshy Bag of Life. I like that. That's awesome. Look at the blood coming out of the chalice as well. You got a bit of stain on the gauntlet.
Oh, nice.
Again, you got the blood coming down. He's obviously done some work with that power fist. Obviously, clearly smashing some skulls there, right there.
Wait a second, is that a kit bash? It looks like Stormcast legs.
Well, you know what it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Shit, I think it is. Looks kind of cool. Nice.
Ah, very cool. There's
Well
no comment around it, but yeah, that's very cool. Done the same chap. Yeah, and I like the eyes on that.
It's a cool color scheme.
Yeah, no, it's a really cool color scheme. I love how he's done the eyes. So it looks like it's actually glowing, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I always love it when people can pull off a really, like a really convincing glow effect.
Yeah, it's the same guy as well. So I think we've seen this miniature before, but this is pretty cool. This is really.
Love the hat.
It's from I think I might say Bretonian helmet, possibly.
Must be.
Yeah, but yeah, it just reeks of power and a bit of a challenge. He's waiting for his enemies. Pretty cool. Well, he's waiting for more enemies. He's clearly dealt with the current one. Bit of blood spattering everywhere. Yeah. Oh yes, he's from Fax Painter. These are really cool. I just love the whole like haunting paleness of these guys, and obviously with the actual purple hue as well. It's one thing that as well that I absolutely love about these. You know, when we go through these, it constantly just thinking of ideas that it helps me, inspires me to
stealing ideas.
Steal ideas, pretty much. Yeah.
That's what you wanted to say. Stealing ideas.
Stealing ideas. Yeah. Inspiration. Inspiration is what I'm looking for. But no, I love these miniatures as well. They're so cool. Oh, Fax Painter again.
Ooh. I love the colors on that. It's very nice.
Yes.
The transition of the greens is very, very nice.
Oh, that's excellent. I love that. Love that I do. Who we got here? We got a load of them. Oh, from Nigma. These are really cool. Also, we won't go through them all. There's a lot of posts there, but these are really cool as well. In fact, did we see these?
I feel like we've seen these ones before. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen these. This last one, don't think. We may have. But these are really cool, though. Look at the base work. Look at the eyes, the actual eyes on those as well. The lens all.
Again,
the eyes are lens.
Love it when they pull off a really convincing kind of glowing effect. It's nice.
That's really cool.
They put crackle paint on it as well, all over like the helicopter rotors.
Oh yeah.
Does it look like? Does it look like it's crackled or is it not? I can't tell. But it does look.
Yeah,
really
no, it
cool.
does.
It's very textured.
That's very cool. Yeah, we've caught up to date. Sweet potato pie. So that's awesome. We've got some excellent. Also, John T1390 has also added a little video to his channel as well of how he done the tank. So, guys in chat, if you're watching this now or later, I'll say pop on by, show some love, and also check out the good old tank that you've just seen here. Go back to our faces. Hello. Oh, no, I can't do that. Oh, my goodness, some good stuff. Some good stuff. Fancy names. Sticking a random apostrophe and you're halfway there. Yep.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Especially for elves. Throw in random Y's, random apostrophes.
Yeah, just make it.
If there's an E, put an A next to it. You know, all that fun stuff.
Yeah,
there's like a formula to it. I'm pretty sure.
Dave, it's a massive pain in the arse. I'm assuming. Oh yeah, we're talking about the white paint.
Talking about Chris, right?
That too. But yeah, we're talking about the white armor.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No worries, Dave. Great work. Wow, great tank and lovely. Is it Praetors?
Praetors, yeah.
Praetors, yeah. They're pretty cool. Fax Painter, about to post it if you want some more pics. Oh, just missed that. We'll catch it next round. Next time on the Hobby Hangout, we'll catch that. But yeah, Fax Painter, by all means, put it in Discord. Again, people. I keep forgetting people who are brand new to the channel. We do Hobby Hangouts like this. We also do narratively told battle reports and community lore videos too. You can check us out in the Discord down below. If you want to support the channel, of course, we also have a buy me a coffee link down below as well. By all means, check that out. If you can also, within that buy me a coffee link, you can also buy a single coffee for us, which is like £1. It's just like a donation kind of thing, or you can support us monthly, or whatever you want to do, if you want to do it at all. Great stuff. So yeah, also check out Discord, join us there, and yeah, pretty much just hang with us. Matt, how are you doing, mate? How are you doing?
I'm painting hair.
Painting hair.
Yeah. Hair is one of those things where I struggle with. Struggle to make it look nice.
All right. Yeah.
And also how to like actually do hair color without making it look really weird.
Okay, so what do you mean by weird? What's the weirdest paints color you've done then, Matt? Because you've seen my fish, you've seen my Ideneth. My colors are here, there, and
I mean, like I'm trying to do hair color, like it's like natural hair color.
Right, natural. Okay.
I mean, I've done blue hair before, which is all right. Looked all right.
Oh yeah, I remember that miniature. Yeah, Stormcast.
But like, if I'm trying to do like a brunette kind of hair, or like just red hair, or anything like stuff you normally see on an actual person, it's a bit difficult, or it's a bit hard to nail.
That's fair.
Harder.
Never really put that much. Yeah, I never really put that much time into it, to be honest with her. I've not done so for a long time because, I mean, the only thing is, I don't know, Skaven, they've got fur, but it's all contrast. Didn't really go into like layers and load of other jazz. So, ooh, almost done this now. Almost done. Well, with the balls. Yeah, almost done with the actual teal base colors. And then I'm going to move on to the tassels and then the gems. I'm pretty much done with that then. Then I'm on to the turtle. And Matt, when you see it, you will weep at the beauty and the magnificence of Mr. Turtle.
And then you will weep when I destroy it.
Oh.
Actually, I have no idea how powerful or how good it is in combat or in in game. So we'll have to see.
You will wait, and you will see, my friend.
Oh, I'm sure it'll do a lot of destructive power.
Well, it'll be the first time using it as well, so we'll see. But seeing your Bloodthirster come out, I was like, oof. That was some nasty stuff, that.
I still wish I would have done a bit more.
Yeah, I think if next time we have a game, because next time we have a game, it will be Path to Glory, no doubt, and we're going to start off small. Do you think?
I was doing my because for my Stormcast, I have so much that I'm splitting it up. I'm gonna do it like kind of like per chamber or per like leader hero. They're gonna have their own little retinue, their own warband kind of thing.
Okay.
So I have like, what do I got? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll potentially have like 5 Path to Glory things going for my Stormcast.
Oh wow.
And occasionally I might have them like crossover or something, like 1 or 2 characters at a time, maybe. That's about it.
See, that's
for the most part. I mean, it's narrative. We'll just do what we want. It's not a big deal. As long as you're okay with it.
Yeah.
I was thinking of starting with like 1,000. I think it's like a okay, moderate place to start.
I mean, to be honest, it's one of those things, and it's just we start with 1,000. That'll be cool. Because I'll probably do my Ideneth as well. I've got Skaven, but you know what my issue that is as well. It's just pure volume of armies. That that's why I want to consolidate and sell, and then it just so can actually just focus on the actual armies, flesh out the lore, do that kind of cool stuff. But
well, like I said, don't feel worried that you have so many armies to do Path to Glory with, because like I said, I have potentially 5 or more just in my Stormcast alone, and then from the Khorne, I think we're gonna have at least 2, probably 3 separate Path to Glory things, just because I have leaders that have their own kind of story to tell or their own kind of thing that they'll go on. So
yeah, but that's the thing though, right? So that for me is fine, and I like the idea of that. It's just when I think about the armies and the amount of times at this moment in time, because I'm still going through the process of painting. I mean, a lot of my armies are actually painted now. It's only Ideneth that I've got left, but at the same time, I think as soon as I get them all painted, I'll feel a lot more at ease. Because then I'm like, okay, cool. I can actually focus on content and other stuff, and creating our more lore videos and other stuff as well. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I think I will be selling the ogres though, just because I really won't be. They'd be like they're like at the bottom of the list to use out of like the 7 armies I've got. So here we go. Dave, if you liked the Cursed City minis, I'll have to spam the Discord with mine tomorrow. Please do. That does sound like a plan, Dave. So I'm down to 2 armies, and it's so easy to manage now. See, because I knew that you sold your Hedonites to Slanesh as well, didn't you? So this is exactly that, and I feel the same, especially because I'm looking at getting into 40k. Again, I've got like my Space Marines to paint up and assemble and paint. So I'll only be doing small games of that anyway for now, and I'm not going to expand into explosion of different armies for that. Definitely not. So, but I just want to kind of like consolidate my Age of Sigmar, and then just have a lot more time to focus on those and expand. Because I want to get I've still got about 2 more units or 2 more things I want to get character-wise that I want to get for my Sylvaneth. Plus, I wouldn't mind actually getting some different units for my Sylvaneth, and so we can experiment a bit more with units. But I don't really fancy doing that just yet, because I've got so many armies still painting things, and yeah. it becomes overwhelming to think about, and it demoralizes you a little bit. So I'm like, no, let's just focus on Ideneth at the moment. Get those guys painted up, and then we'll go from there. And if sell a few armies, perfect. That's kind of where I'm at. Because like the Wildwoods as well, Matt, as you noticed with the Sylvaneth, they can pop out quite a lot. And in all honesty, I'd like to get more Wildwoods, but at the same time,
we're gonna run out of board space.
Because it's like when I set up my Wildwoods, I've tried both versions. So like the big, the 3 trees together, the 3 trees individual, and then also when the trees are coming up, I've done them individual so far. What I can just do I think it is broken, to be honest. For anyone who wants to invest in a lot of trees, there's definitely ways to bring up massive forests pretty much here, there, and everywhere. And
you're doing it like pretty much every round, almost.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, and I have looked at again, like Sylvaneth videos of like some people doing tactics and other stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, Lord, that's a lot of trees if you want to go down that route. But it's like, ugh. To be honest, I like the idea. If the thing is, right, if my army shrunk down a little bit, the idea of buying more trees wouldn't be as daunting as right now. Because I just think, ooh, more scenery. But I've also got some other things that I'd like to paint as well in the future. This is why I want to kind of summarize my Age of Sigmar list, shrink, consolidate, have my kind of go-to list sorted, which I kind of do already. 40k, have like 1 or 2 small armies that I can just venture into, and then I've actually got a lot of Middle Earth miniatures that I like to just paint, just because it's Middle Earth and I like it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm not going to run out of things to paint, put it that way.
I never thought you would.
No, seriously, I got so many Lord of the Rings miniatures as well, which is just fun to paint, even just for display as well. It's like I recently, I'll say a few months back, I painted the Fellowship, which is really cool. The Ring Wraith, or the Witch King on a Fell Beast, Theoden on his mount and on foot, and the Mordor Troll as well.
The like giant, chubby, pale one.
No, that's not that one. That was the King. That was the Goblin King. The one that is what it's like in the Return of the King. You know, he has the armor, the troll with armor on.
That one. Right. Gotcha.
Yeah. And I can paint through Minas Tirith like that, just because it's all armor. Well, I'm not. Let me just zoom in for you.
So there, I've got this guy. He's with
very cool
brownish yellow or brownish blonde hair, I guess. At least that's what I'm trying to convey. I don't know how well that goes or how well it shows up, but it might be hard to tell with the light anyways.
There you go.
Might be hard to tell with the light anyways, but
you have to bang it in Discord as well.
Yeah, I might at some point, hopefully.
That's looking really cool.
Yeah. It's getting there. The dudes are getting there. I mean, they're tabletop ready now. I just like to have them done, and then I don't have to worry about them anymore.
Nice. So, Dave, with Sublight now, you can field a traditional Horde army or an elite Blood Knight army, so loads of potential from one tome. That's what's great. And Stormcast are exactly the same. So many different variety of armies you can build with Stormcast. It's where, it's awesome. I love it.
That's why I have 5 Path to Glory armies, supposedly.
Exactly that. Plus, I'm looking forward to running Paladins as Battle Tome with my Stormcast. Yeah, I think you dropped that in Discord, didn't you? With your... Oh, I forgot about the... What's that?
The Annihilators.
Huh?
The Annihilators, the chunky ones.
Yeah, apparently, like Retributors and a bunch of others, like the big boys, they can be battle line with.
Oh, can they?
Yeah, apparently so. With a certain night, what you call it, host, Stormcast host, if you like. I think.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, it's. I think
did
Dave
not get that memo.
Yeah, Dave put it in the Discord as well.
Ooh. Okay, let's find that out. Because one of my Pori armies is going to be heavy paladin based. It's going to be my my religious zealot types. They're going to be led by the Relictor, by Lord Exorcist, a load of paladins. Oh, Knights Excelsior. So if they're Knights Excelsior, the paladins are battle line. That interesting. Is there like a community post where it says that or something?
That's really cool, right? So, well, I say it's really cool. You see my GIF below it in Discord. Yeah. So his guys are Knight Excelsior, so that's right. But in Discord, I just put a GIF which was like, no. Because seeing those guys marching towards you as battle line, I'm like, ugh. But then again, there will be. It depends on point cost, all that kind of good stuff. But there's damage potential, everything there. Like, okay, so he's on their Warhammer community page today.
Ooh. Oh, I did not know. I didn't see it today. Nice.
No, good stuff. Well, Matt, are you good to end this, or?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm more or less done. Nah, I'm gonna go sleep. I have work tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, nice one. Well, wrap it
Plus,
up
I was
then.
on nights last night, so I'm still trying to catch up on sleep.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So, literally, got this basically based, done this. So, it's all nice and ready for just doing weapons, tassels, a bit of gold here, there, and everywhere, and that'll be that done.
So I've got my. I'm just gonna show one because I'm not gonna hold up 10 different units, but I've got these guys almost ready. I'm just gonna need to highlight some of the silver maybe, and that's good enough. Minor details, and then we'll be good to go. Facing.
So thank you all for joining and also keeping us company tonight. It's been awesome. And Matt, anything you wanna say to sum up?
To sum up,
what's our slogan, mate? What's our slogan?
What is our slogan?
Let me get some dice.
Something coffee. Something coffee. Get us more coffee. Bell and sub.
We're a bit parched over here, aren't we, Matt? We need some coffee. Preferably that decaf at this time.
At this rate, I'm going to be drinking paint water. Nah. We good.
No, honestly, thank you all for joining, and I hope you have a good night, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are,
whenever you are.
And thank you to those who are going to watch later as well. So take care, have a good night, and
don't forget the dice tell the story.
There you go. Not butchered at all.
Not butchered at all.
All right, take care all.